Esther Marcella here. Welcome to Outrageous Originality, where I and a local soul that I love and admire head out to nature and ask them 3 questions about life and being true to self. And I'm here at the historic Poor Farm. So this is the 2nd episode of Outrageous Originality with my guest, Wilbur Neuschwander-Frink. Oh, now it's filming. How wonderful.
Okay.
And this is Grandmother Cedar, your tree?
Yes, this is the Grandmother Cedar. And when we moved here to the Poor Farm place 21 years ago, I think I just had a natural affinity to this tree. And it made me think about just the ancient nature of our earth home. And for some reason, the Grandmother Cedar was the thing here at the Poor Farm that just really spoke to me and made me feel welcome in this place. Yeah, so, yeah, and I've always, I write about her. I think that even the plays that I write have an element of the Grandmother Cedar, and I love writing about her. I think about her as this beautiful nature, I don't know what I want to say, a thing of nature. I imagine her dancing. I imagine her, with her beautiful branches or her arms. And then when the snow falls on her, the beginning snow of the season, that's so beautiful. She sparkles and glows. And then when the wind blows, that's when I can hear her speaking. Though I imagine that she speaks even when my ears can't hear what she is saying. So yeah, this is her. So when I'm feeling maybe a little disconnected, I always look at her because she makes me feel really connected to the land and to this place. Well, Crow was talking to us, Esther.
That's true.
I don't know what Crow was trying to say, but it was something.
Everything's cool.
Yeah.
Caw,
Yes.
caw. So I was wondering if you wouldn't mind just talking about loneliness, like giving your thoughts on that or any insights that you may have.
The idea of loneliness, I really began to have understanding of that throughout my journey as a nurse, and then thinking about my own experience. We can, as I've said before, be in a crowded room and be very lonely, very disconnected from other people. And I think that even in our well-connected world with the internet, I think we may be even more lonely than when we didn't have all of that. So it makes me really think about that, the idea of loneliness. And sometimes, in the work that I do in the disability rights movement, there are many people who I've met who are very lonely and disconnected, not because of anything that they would do, but because our society just walls off people, like if they're other or different, or we don't accept. And so I think there can be just a great poverty of spirit and a great loneliness. And so I think about that. I don't have that feeling nearly as much as I used to have about loneliness. Sometimes I like to be alone. I love time with my thoughts. But loneliness is my choice to be able to connect or to be able to work in the world to create greater connection for other people. I think that that's what I really want to strive with the plays that I do, is to really help people connect to people they may not know and really would have delight if they got to know.
Here.
So I think for now that's what I think about loneliness. Our farm used to have 168 acres. We have 5 now, and that's plenty for me. But I love it here. I walk around in this yard, in this space, and I think about the peoples that lived here, the indigenous peoples who made this their home. And I pay homage to the Dakota people who lived here and thrived here for a long time, and then the suffering that they endured as the result of other people coming into their land. So I acknowledge that and respect their culture.
Tell me, what role does joy play in your life?
Joy plays a huge role in my life. Now, mind you, I didn't always have such a good understanding of what that meant. I thought, oh, I'm happy. I'm happy. But happy to me is really an emotion. It's like I'm happy, then I'm sad. Joy to me is something quite different in meaning. And I think as I've read books over the years, because I'm really interested in like different faith traditions, and I read, I read a lot about it, but I also wanted to understand joy. Joy to me really is that gift that we're given by Creator, the divine, the one, the energy, whatever your term is for that great energy. Joy is a gift that human beings are given. So that fountain of joy is always there. It is always available to us